Hello. Come on in, anybody. Come on in, anybody. Come on in. Uh, and welcome, everybody. For those who are joining me the first time, my name is Mary Jane Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and coming to you to give you the cosmic highway and byways of the shenanigans of the planets. And we are in for some real ballbuster energy coming in, right? And thank you. Thank you. You know what? It's funny when people say, to me, this isn't short, it's still long. For years, my hair was very, very short. Thank you so very much. It's still straightened from what she did yesterday. I'm not a fan of the straightness, but it'll be all fluffed up by tomorrow. Again, but thank you very, very much for the compliments. So, yeah, it is. I'm used to, I know I like it. It feels so much better. I was getting headaches with my long hair, so my hair was getting sore and having to keep it up all the time. So that was one of the things I just couldn't do anymore. So a couple of things I wanted to let people know is and when I was cutting, there was one girl who was getting hair extensions, and she has extremely thin hair, and she kept on seeing how much she was thinning out of my hair, and she was just like, "How much hair do you have?" And my hairdresser, she's got a lot. We could continue because my hair is extraordinarily thick. It's just crazy thickness. So. It's a blessing. It's a blessing in disguise. It is a blessing because I know people out there who don't have thick hair. So for me, it is, but it gets heavy. It does. It gets very heavy. And the other thing too is by the end of the day, like for me, if I have it down for a bit, I get hot. Like my head gets hot, and then where my hair is hanging, it gets hot. Like it is like, wow. And I have to. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I had to keep my hair up a lot. So this is just bringing in something new, something flashy. So thank you, everybody who was in and part of the auction. So for the tarot horoscopes went out today. So those who won the tarot horoscopes and who had tarot horoscopes, you got your tarot horoscopes today. If you are wanting to order tarot horoscopes, they're $40. And a tarot horoscope is that I take a look into the next month. So they all received their January 2021 tarot horoscopes, and I give them the information from their birth date, the information, and also they get, and then they get a tarot reading. So everybody got that. New moon readings went out today too. So those who won the new moon readings or those who ordered the new moon readings, they're $30. Definitely, if you are still wanting one, get a hold of me, DM me. But they will be in limited number right now. So I can feel this new moon coming in. This new moon it's a very powerful energy. It is at 23 degrees Sagittarius, and being at 23 degrees Sagittarius is bringing in, that's the whole thing. It's like 23 is a big number, and 23 adds up to 5, and 5 is change, right? So bringing in these changes that are happening in and around us, and we know that even for ourselves, for many of us who are in a huge, coming into this huge lockdown. This energy at 23 degrees is, just let me bring in, and it's funny, haha, but the Sabian symbol is when first I set foot in this land. So it's about immigrants entering. And it's funny because nobody's entering any new countries right now. So 23 degrees is it is moments before first setting foot on land. The idea is to feel the anticipation mixed with both an anxious sense of the future, prospects, trembling uncertainty. The body may manifest corresponding symptoms such as a feeling of weak in the knees or having a stiff and sore legs. Anyone who has been on a boat for a long time knows that the first step onto land or on a dock is potentially awkward. Yeah, you're kind of wobbling. Immigrants entering also carries the emotional sense of what is being left behind, the homeland, the ways of home. This does have a lot to do. I mean, this moon is a gateway to 2021. So in many ways, it's like not necessarily that we're entering into a new country, and Sagittarius rules countries, Jupiter rules countries and immigration, but we are entering into something that is new. We're entering into something that is a sense that our old ways of living, our old ways of being is being left behind. And this is coming in where it says that the homeland, so the ways of home, the loss of securities that the homeland provides, the plus the hope and or pragmatic wonderings about the things one brings to a new land. Will they be the right tools? Have I left something important behind? Did I forget my extra warm pair of socks? Should I have brought my favorite cookbook? So all of these, those are little things that are coming in, of what it is to come into something new. So we are definitely coming into some really powerful new energies. And this energy of 2021 and the energies of this solar eclipse. And to remember that eclipses are concealing, so you can't see everything. This is a total one. So a total one means that behind my hands there is a face, right? But do you know if I'm smiling or frowning or what is she doing behind that? What is she doing behind there? You can't see. You can't see. And that's the thing. You won't be able to see what is happening or the truth that comes out of there for 3 to 6 months on average. So last year we had a total eclipse right around Christmas time, and it was an eclipse, and it was in Capricorn. It was a Capricorn one. So I think where were we? So it was a Capricorn one, and it was right before Christmas. So we had this new moon. It was a new moon lunar eclipse. So it was a Capricorn. It was Cancer. Moon went into Capricorn. It was a Capricorn. The moon came in. So it was Capricorn. It was a Capricorn new moon. And this new moon was so transformational for us, as you can tell, because it really ushered in the energies for 2021 from 2020. So the one from 2019, how it ushered in the new energies for 2020 to this energy that's ushering into the energies of 2021. That newness of stepping on to something new, something that you're not sure of. Am I bringing everything that I need? This is entering into about our values. What do you value? What is important to you? 2021 is going to be about, not so much about consumerism. It's going to be about creativity and bringing that creativity, bringing in the newness of ideas, of thinking out of the box, because all what you knew is no longer. All what you thought you knew is no longer. How we do business, how we communicate, how we connect with one another is now changing and will change forevermore. It is not, and this is all to do with things to do with schools, things to do with government, things the way that we how we connect with one another is all changing. And this moon is such an activating moon. For those who don't believe in astrology, you don't have to believe in astrology to know that it works. You don't have to believe anything about the moon and know about the full moon connects to the tides. You don't have to believe it. It just does. You don't have to believe in gravity to know that it works. So the astrology is showing you, you don't have to believe it, but it's doing its thing no matter whether you believe it. Your belief or your understanding of it makes no difference. It's going to do what it's going to do. And this change and transformation is huge, because after this is this activating of for all of us is bringing in a new form of life, a new form of connecting. And with that connecting and with that connection with all of us, the way that we act, right? Because we're going to have a lot of Uranian energy starting to come in for 2021. That I will talk about more with if you are registered for the peak into 2021. And I really, just to let you know, one of my predictions is if you think that 2021 is going to be like, oh yeah, 2020 is over, we're going to go free sailing. No, We're not. We're not going to be free sailing. 2021 is going to be a totally different feeling of a year, but it's going to be very Uranian and very strange and abstract for many of us. It is the air sign. It is energy that we haven't been in 800 years. So we are coming into a time of transformation and change to really create something new. But in that creating, there is going to be some very abstract information, abstract energy that's coming in. And with Uranus in Taurus, that all has to do with mankind, with how we are dealing with mankind. How are we dealing with one another? And are we sticking to our values? Are we sticking to what we know is true to ourselves? Hence, this moon is saying we're stepping into new grounds. We're stepping into something new. Are you stepping into this newness with who you are? Or are you still hanging on to, well, we it's like you're wanting to join that group, but you're talking about the other group that you were in. Oh, well, we did it this way and we did it that way. Well, why did you leave that group? Why did you leave that if you're not wanting to step into the new? This new is coming into us whether we want it or not. It's there for we cannot deny that. It's not going to go back to anything that we ever thought or anything that ever will be again. And for many that is scary. And some this is the adventure of our lifetime. And this is looking into situations of what is your freedom? What do you consider your freedom? And what does that mean? And is it a privilege of being able to show up fully? This is to really understanding who your groups are, understanding your surroundings, making sure that you feel comfortable in your surroundings and the people that you're with. If you're not feeling comfortable with the people that you're with, right? This isn't a time to travel. This isn't a time to go to new lands, because we're going to be waking up. This all because Jupiter rules countries. Jupiter rules countries. It's a ruler of Sagittarius. That's why it's rulers of immigration. It rules that. So you're entering into, if you're not comfortable in the surrounding that and the people that you are with, going to a foreign land right now and going into a foreign land for 2021, I really strongly advise not to. I mean, if you're going to do, you're going to do, but you're going to wake up and you think, and so many people out there are so fucking passive, like it's, oh, whatever. It's just like, oh, okay. Because who you thought your allies were are not your allies. I see people going off to Mexico and stuff like that. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Right now, everything is closed down. You can't, if you got in trouble, there's nowhere for you to go to get help, right? So a lot of consulates are closed. They brought their people home. Why? Because there's a pandemic. Why am I keeping my people in a foreign country? And especially going down to Mexico, because they brought out in 2017, and it was even starting to come out in 2016, that the Chinese mafia is down there. That they're taking over. They're taking over and being the cartel. Girls are going missing. 3 or 4 girls have gone missing already down there. So are you going into a situation like you don't even know? So this is coming into understanding your surroundings, understanding what you know, being aware of your surroundings, and that's what this moon is setting us up. Be aware and don't be the experiment. Don't go somewhere just to experiment. Don't go somewhere to think, oh, I just want to go there just because. This isn't the time to do something just because. And we're going to find that out. 2021 is really going to be an awakening for us, more so than what 2020 is. And Pluto's still in Capricorn until 2024. So there's still a lot of things happening with the structure, the restructuring of governments, the restructuring of schools, the restructuring of our financial institution. So this is a restructuring of a lot. This is getting us to think outside the box. Think of new ways, new innovations. So if you want to think of it as a renaissance, this is where if you're an artist, you don't have to have your stuff up in a gallery. You can put it on Instagram. You can put it on TikTok. You could go on Parler. You could go on Facebook. You can go on so many other social medias and promote yourself. and put it out there. If you're an actor or an actress, this isn't a time to rely on your manager or some other person to get you the job. This is for you to begin to say, hey, let me coordinate this. I want to do, no, Snow White just came in. I want to do a whole thing on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and I'm going to make my own scenes, and I'm going to make my own things, and I'm going to put it out there on whatever platform I want to put it on and sell it as my next, on a show. This is where the innovation, this is where the beauty and the energies do come in. But you really have to be innovative and really trust those that are around you. This as the year's only total eclipse, this is by far the most powerful eclipse of the year, bringing in a rush of sudden change in ideas and opportunity, setting us up for the December 21st conjunction, which is, that's why it's just like, woo! You know, and we're going to feel it as we go into that air. Feeling it. You know, this is ending a 200 cycle of earth energy and going into air energy. Now, for those who are air, they're probably like, thank fucking God, that I am. For a lot of us who aren't used to a lot of air energy, that's Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini energy. So that means, there's Libras are a lot of questioning. Is this right? Is this fair? Is this balanced? Aquarius wants to make sure that, are you a part of the community? Are you a part of this? Are you wanting to be a part of this? Are you conforming? That's part of Aquarius. Let's all get along, with one another. And what does that mean? And what does that look like? So we are coming into this real beautiful transformation and changes, but there's just so much coming down the pipeline. Being stuck inside for a lot of this year and being barred from flying for leisure, we have had to get pretty creative on things and looking at it. And we got to look at what are our freedoms, right? And what does that look like? And luckily, this new moon is our opportunity to make things interesting again. Although this year has been unusually challenging, we still live in an abundant universe. And there's plenty to be grateful for. And the astrology teaches that to us. It is that, and this is part of my blog that I was writing, so it's that the events that occur aren't random. They are designed to help us to grow. And since this new moon is closely aligning with the south node of past karma, which, fun fact, is what makes it an eclipse, our new moon blessings won't be magically granted to us. However, because there is a need to let go of the past in order to set into the new, as if there is an old version of us that is being eclipsed or replaced. Hence, 23, we're entering into something new. We're coming into something new. And this is something that's required of you to let go of before you can transition into the next phase. So it's releasing. We've been releasing this whole year. This is like, let's just rip the Band-Aid off and get going on this. And this is going to with people, situations, and behaviors that are keeping us from making our dreams or our visions. So a few things that are coming in with this is like, what would make me feel the most excited about my life and work? What would I need to let go of to give myself permission to pursue that? So those are some of the questions. And what new subjects or ideas am I feeling curious about and diving into? And how would I most enjoy expanding my mind next? So this is bringing in a lot of, us really going into and moodling this all out and getting into that, get a candle, right? Get a candle. And a white candle, because you want to bring in that newness. So bring in a white candle. And a tapered one. So bring in a white tape if you have just a tea light or something, that's fine. And what you want to do is that you want to put together you have essential oils. So what essential oils do you want to bring in? And, what feels right to you with renewal, right? I love things like lemongrass and orange and things like that. To me, that's brightening, that's renewal. That's where It smells clean, right? I want to bring in that cleanliness, right? So you could bring in, for you, it might be bringing in some jasmine because you want something, softness, and maybe some lilac or lavender essential oil. So something that's more soothing to you for this. That's fine. So you go within your intuition, and then bringing in the, what kind of herbs, maybe go to your cupboard. What kind of herbs do you got? Do you have some sage in there? Do you have some, what else? Do you have some parsley? Do you have oregano? Do you have thyme? Do you have, what kind of, do you have bay leaves in there? So what kind of herbs do you have in your cupboard, and get them and grind them all up together, right? Put beautiful olive oil all over your candle along with your essential oils, and really rub that in and say, this is what I'm coming in, and this is what I'm releasing. And you can even inscribe on it, write on it, something short, 3 times, boom, 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 and then roll it in your herbs. And then you're going to put it on a little plate. You can light it, let something drip there, put it on a plate, and do a meditation with that of releasing, and just allow it to burn. This is setting up our intention. This is setting up the magic for ourselves and doing that. And the thing is that what would, you're not going to really feel anything because until the full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius in May 26, 2021. So that's 6 months away. So we're really setting up this energy for a whole 6 months of bringing in, and this is a time to see the projects you begin today come to full circle. So what is that fulfillment that you want to come to full circle? Where are you wanting to step into with this energy? And as you step into this energy, this is really where, because Mercury is squaring Neptune right now, and are your current plans really taking you towards the ideal future you dream of manifesting into being? If you're feeling blocked, this is a time to really start working with those blocks and taking that to that next level. Very powerful, powerful energy for us, and to stepping into it. We all have that power and that intuition and that magic inside of us, right? This is why I have courses like Unleashing Your Magic that are coming up in next year, and connecting with your archangels and these angels of beautiful energy, the female archangels, the archaeas, and those are the female aspect of the male archangels. So we're coming forth with some real powerful energy for transformation and change, and stepping into that transformation and change. I'm excited for all of this. I'm excited, for this. I'm also, there is this, it's the way that we want to make it. And there is part of us that we are going to have to stand up to make it the way that we want to make it, and not relying on large government or provincial governments. We're going to have to really, this is innovative. This is creative. This is not being passive. This is being strong and beautiful and fiery, and allowing ourselves to stand into that beautiful power of who we are. So embrace the energies that are today, and as we go forward with this, as Mercury's going to be there, and it's going to be opposition with the North Node, so it'll want information, because North Node is in his sign. He's looking over there and he's saying, hey, you, whoa, hello, I want some information. What's going on here? I want to find out. I want to know the little things. I want to know the reasoning why. Why are we doing this? What's going on? So this is coming in with that Mercury coming in, and then Mercury trining Mars. And with this solar eclipse with Sagittarius and Venus sextiling Jupiter. So suddenly all the reasons why you have been stuck in a current reality become clear as we are inspired to move forward. So that's more on that tomorrow. But we are becoming we're becoming warriors. We're becoming this the energies were many times in history where change needed to happen and things were trying to be taken away. It comes from you and me, the working class, the people that are out there every single day that make the changes and that force the changes to happen. And those forces are within us. That's part of our ancestors. That's connecting to those ancestors. That's connecting to those beautiful energies so that we can walk forward within this newness. I love it. Sending you out so much love today. Thank you for joining me. And if there's anything, if anybody saw anything on the auction that they did want to bid on, but they didn't, just let me know. I'll leave it open for people for the next couple days for items that they would like to have bid on or maybe be a part of, and to do that for the next couple of days. If you are wanting to be coming into the peak into 2021, it is on sale till midnight tonight. And then it's back up to $75. So it's $50 right now. And everybody who comes in gets a mini reading with that. So, and you get the recording, but you got to be there on it to get the reading. You can't not be on the recording not to get it. So, so much. So sending you guys out lots of love today, sending you out so much positivity, and may the Lord and the Lady watch over and bless each and every one of you, and all that you say and all that you be and all you do. Thank you so much for being a part of my world and being here with me today. Blessed be. Please share this out. Let others hear the word, hear the message, so that we can grow our community to be bigger and brighter and more wondrous than what it is. Blessings. Bye-bye.